Well, 2013 has come to pass, so now it's time to look towards the future. 2014 is going to be an interesting year, with the next generation of consoles on store shelves and in developers' hands, and the handheld market beginning the year in an interesting state. On all fronts, there's some great new titles to look forward to, and these are just some of the excellent experiences I'm looking forward to getting my hands on in the coming year. The only rules to this list? No remakes, no titles delayed into 2014, and they have to be confirmed for release for North American territories. Sorry, The Last Guardian, your future is too murky to know if you'll ever truly pop up. Let's get started. These are my top 10 most anticipated games of 2014. Number 10. Bravely Default. Narrowing down this list to 10 choices was a difficult task, but when push came to shove, Bravely Default just barely edged out the fierce competition for the last spot on this list of highly anticipated games. A return to form for Square Enix's JRPG route, Bravely Default is a mix of the classic job-changing, random encounter-infested lands from Final Fantasy with fresh new concepts and a delightful visual style. So why is it not higher?
If you know something, tell me. Please. What caused that chasm?
Oh, that voice acting sounds awful. I love it. Whether you like the route the next Final Fantasy game is taking for the series or clamor for the classics, there's always room for some dungeon crawling RPG action to default to. Number 9. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. I'm going to drop my usual tone for this entry just to say that this game is absolutely ridiculous. It's about a guy that Ryu Hayabusa killed and was brought back to kill him. One rude jerk who is apparently deemed worthy of killing the most famous ninja in gaming in an adventure full of blood, hack and slash massacres, and sexism. Lots and lots of sexism. And it looks amazing. Its silliness only matched by its exciting combat, Keiji Inafune and Team Ninja aim to make Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z what every game should be at its base level. Fun. Action-packed, over-the-top, fast-paced limb-cutting fun. Could do without all the sexism, but fun is fun, and Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z looks to be full of all the markings for a bloody good time. Number 8. Murdered Soul Suspect. What if you took Ghost Trick Phantom Detective and gave it to the team who brought you Quantum Conundrum? Well, then you'd have Murdered Soul Suspect. Square Enix's answer to the Capcom classic, Murdered Soul Suspect may have fallen under the radar in recent months, but its soul still haunts the year early on as a possible sleeper hit with endless potential from the land of the dead. As the ghost to a recently deceased detective, players will use their spectral powers to solve puzzles and uncover the mystery behind your own murder. With as little information as we know about it now, the haunting presence of Murdered Soul Suspect grows with every day.
Hey! Get back! Get back here! I said, get back here!
Number 7. Alien Isolation. Starring the daughter of everyone's favorite Xenomorph slaying survivor, Creative Assembly's newest project bears a ton of pressure from players and Alien fans alike as they seek to return to the series' roots set by Ridley Scott's 1979 classic. With only one alien and a focus on survival horror not unlike Amnesia, Alien Isolation looks to bring shivers down your spine and wash out the bad taste in your mouth that was Alien's Colonial Marines. What little that has been shown is both promising and terrifying, but the deceit from the last Alien game still lingers in the backs of many players' brains. This one may be a late entry, one which I hold a certain level of skepticism myself, but its promise of tense horror and pulse-pounding survival makes it no less deserving of appearing on this list. Let's just hope that in space, someone can hear that we finally got a good Aliens game. Don't let us down, Creative Assembly. Number 6. The Evil Within. Much as I disagree with the sentiment that the survival horror genre is dead, it has seen better days. Nothing a little help from the creator of Resident Evil can't fix. Yes, the evil within is attempting to bring the psycho back in psychological horror and simultaneously fill in the gap left by the lately lackluster Silent Hill titles. The only thing that could make this more awesome is if they used the official Japanese title, Psycho Break. Seriously, how much more awesome is the name Psycho Break than the evil within? Number 5. Kirby Triple Deluxe. Who doesn't love Kirby? Everyone loves this adorable little psychopath. The world needs more Kirby, and how looks to be delivering that and more with Kirby Triple Deluxe. More power-ups, more creative world, more minigames, Triple Deluxe has all the parts to make a solid Kirby title with everything that made the lovable pink puffball the star that he is today, with solid platforming and gleeful floaty gameplay galore. Best of all, we'll finally get to see Kirby's dance in 3D! Number 4. X. In stark contrast to the amount of promotion this game has received, the studio responsible for Xenogears and Xenoblade Chronicles have one of the most ambitious RPGs in a year full of role players from east to west. Giant mechs and massive monsters are all common in what we've seen so far, but what we don't know raises even more intriguing questions about the title. Does X have multiplayer to explore this open world with your friends? Are there multiple levels from sea to sky to roam endlessly during this epic adventure? Will it even end up being called X, or does the familiar logo signal the return of the revered Xeno series? Whatever the name ends up being, X ranks high at number 4. Mech pilots and all. Number 3. Child of Light. The only Canadian game on this list, Child of Light deserves its spot near the top not because of its country of origin, but for its breathtaking visuals and throwback to some of the best classic JRPGs of all time. Inspired by the likes of Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI, Ubisoft aims to tell the tale of a young girl who physically grows up during her adventure, made on a smaller scale than one would expect from the French AAA developer. Beautiful as a living painting with a pinch of mystery, Child of Light is a major departure from the studio's previous work on Far Cry 3 and Blood Dragon, but a welcome one as it is. For our sake, let's hope their definition of insanity doesn't mean making us wait much longer to play this gorgeous homage to the very best the genre has to offer.
Beware the night, Child of Light.
Number 2. I still cannot believe this game is coming over to the West. I really can't. The team up that no one asked for but wanted when they heard it? Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney pairs everyone's favorite hat-wearing gentleman and Ace Attorney for a day in court full of contradiction and puzzles with a plot sure to be full of twists and turns. The prospect of the two most puzzling professionals in the same game alone should be enough to turn the heads of even the most cynical players everywhere to keep this ace of a crossover on their radar. All the comedic possibilities, in court or out, are as endless as fans hunger to get their hands on this unexpected team-up. Number 1. Brought to us by the minds behind Bastion, Transistor has just about everything to make it to the top of the list. Not as the title that looks to be the best, nor as the one with the most potential, but the one that generates the overall largest amount of intrigue based on what we do and don't know. A mix of strategy and turn-based combat captured in a visually creative world, Transistor is filled with endless potential for tactical gameplay and fast-paced action blending together in a way one would normally not think they would mix. But while what we know and have seen thus far have captured my attention, it's the questions raised that continue to hold it with every new bit of information unveiled. What is this mysterious organization and why are they after Red? Just how will this planning mode advance the further we venture on? What is the Transistor, and most important of all, how much longer do we have to wait to get our hands on this enticing title? Top that off with a new song that promises a soundtrack as solid as its predecessor, and it's hard not to get excited for Supergiant's grand epic new game. It may not be the most ambitious title, or have the largest budget, but what it does have is enough to take the top spot as my most anticipated game for 2014.